Okay, I think I'm recording, Larry. Yeah, I can. Yep, I can definitely follow up with those. Correct. We have not had that conversation with the village, but I certainly can. Yep, I can check on that. You bet. Yeah, I would assume that this is about the end, if not the end. Just some end of the year cleanup questions. That's correct. That's correct. You have to remember that um, some 80% of our total revenue is local property tax dollars, and we get roughly half of that in May and June. And so when you look at our budget and our revenue flow, um, you know, we get some 40% of our total revenue just in local property taxes in those 2 months. And so May and June are always very, very large revenue months for us, and we have we have not received any indication to think that this year will be anything otherwise. That's correct. We have not received indication otherwise. I don't understand the question. So if we do, so local property taxes are just a timing issue with respect to the way our the end of the fiscal year lands for us. That's one of the difficulties around trying to put together a budget in an environment where we're so heavily um, we're dependent on those local property taxes because you're kind of at a whim. So one fiscal year you might receive 105% of what you're supposed to. The next fiscal year you might receive only 95% of what you're supposed to. And for us, those percentage points, every percentage point is $100,000. And so, from a realistic perspective, if if some of that money is delayed, at the end of the day, it doesn't impact our bottom line. We still get that money. The only financial impact that has is maybe you miss out on a couple hundred or $1,000 worth of interest in a bank somewhere. So then, would you like to have a finance committee meeting to discuss that? Sounds good. No, as of yet, we have not put together a plan for that. To date, the our the financial impact has been minimal. We appear to be having quite a bit of feedback from Mr. Gaham. Maybe we could skip down and see if he can rejoin us. Certainly. Wanted to take a minute and talk about where we are with our COVID situation, just in general. Um, as it sits now, Illinois has released a 5-phase plan on reopening Illinois. Um, since Beecher sits in Will County, and Will County is in the same region as Chicago, uh, I think that there's probably some automatic inherent pessimism that comes with being able to reopen quickly on this 5-step plan. Schools don't reopen until phase 4, and since we sit at phase 2 right now, we would have to have Cook and all the collar counties move successfully through phase 2, through phase 3, and then enter phase 4 before we're looking at public school reopening. Um, it makes it less and less likely that we will meet that August opening. And so, we will be very much having that reflection piece on how we need to get better at our remote engagement. We will have pretty heavy professional development with our staff over the summer, because when we need to be 100% prepared to have this continue in August and into the first semester. So really, at this point in time, all of the direction on this is coming out of the governor's office. As I understand things, he has the ability to not only make these determinations on moving um, areas of the state up and down this 5-step plan, um, but also, the governor only has the ability to close things or make executive orders that last for 30 days. And so there's a constant renewal of information out of the governor's office, and he's been staying up on that nicely. In other news, I don't know if anybody noticed, but we had lots of blocked off doors and tented up hallways at the high school today. Very exciting. The asbestos removal work began today, and so we have, I don't know, some third of the high school that's cordoned off, and they're removing asbestos, and so that work has officially begun. Yeah, no, with respect to spring sports, they have been postponed and postponed. I don't think they've actually officially been canceled by the IHSA. That might be a question that I can follow up on. But I said, with respect to the reimbursements, that's something that we're continuing to look into, and I can update the board in an update. Yeah, I think that support piece is one of the things that we've looked really hard at. We've tried to incorporate not only all of the ancillary services that our students need, but also incorporate all of our um, paraprofessionals in providing additional minutes to make sure that all student needs are met.